Good day, everybody. My name is Carlos Pinheiro, and I am going to demonstrate the Uber, Lyft, Sidecar, ride-sharing rating system. It is a thing of slight controversy with many drivers because we are required to hold a very high rating standard, and anybody who's driven long enough realizes that one bad rating can really affect your ability to stay on the system. Now, many will tell you, just keep doing a great job, it will even out, and I too agree as a driver. But I wrote this, did all the calculations, and this thing is going to show you exactly why your rating drops so fast, but it raises back up when you drive enough so slowly. Let me explain what we have on the screen first. I have a lot of gibberish here for the geek and nerds like myself that like to see all the in and outs, but this is the important part. These are the stars, these are the ratings. Now I want you to take notice. I have actuals, this is actual, these are actual, and then I have total. Now, Uber will only rate the last 500 rides you had. That's why here I have the split set to 500. So if you've done 1,000 rides, the last 500 is what you see on the app. On the app and on your dashboard. This right here that says total, this is what you've always done. I put it there just for one purpose. Now, this one up here is your actual rating on the computer system. But what you see as a driver, you see this. What your rider sees this. And I'm going to show you why that is important. So your first drive, you did a 5. Beautiful. And let's continue. You had good run, 5s, 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 5s. Oh, you got your first 4, and now you became a little bit worried. By your 8th ride, the 8th inputted, now you see that you are a 4.88 right away, and you just began. Don't worry about it so much. And I'll tell you why. Because the first few drives, you're just on a test period. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody bats 1,000. Either the GPS was wrong, you took a wrong turn, they didn't like you asked too many questions. It can be anything. Bad haircut. Honestly, don't worry when you're this, when you haven't driven enough. This is just 9 rides. Not only that, some people that ride on Uber don't rate you right away. Boom. Let's skip 2 ratings. So we have 2 unrated. Notice nothing changed because the Uber system will not hurt you for somebody not rating you, but they can go back and change it. But let's do more rides. Now you'll notice that yours does go up very quickly while you keep doing good rides. Notice something. I want everybody to notice this. Only the 5s will give you a rise. A 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. Any of those, they just drop. They drop like a rocket. Alright? Let me do the 5s. Let's clear those up. And notice, like right here, we really are 4.86206. What we see is a 4.86. On the Uber system on the top right and on your app, it takes a little bit for that to update, sometimes 3 or 4 days. But on your dashboard, where you can select 7 days, 30 days, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty fast based on what people have entered. This person, ride number 9, finally came back, saw the bill, gave you a 4. And all of a sudden, the next day, you're like, hey, why did my number go down? Don't worry about it, okay? It's still pretty soon. you haven't done a lot of rides. Now, let's get a little bit more realistic. 5, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 3, on and on and on and on. Alright? We're looking at the numbers. And you're seeing that it's starting to drop, but it's going up slowly. Alright? Now the big one. You get hit with a 1. And it drops pretty hard. Now you're at the 4.6, the probation period. And you up your game and you tell yourself, alright, I'm going to keep doing some good rides. Notice it only took 2 1s. Let me add one more 1 for you to see how fast these drop. Alright, 3 1s hit you that hard. What about 3 5s? No. You will see, it doesn't work that fast. It will take a lot of good rides for you to get out of that safety net. Alright? So notice here on the totals, we have 59 5 stars, 12 4 stars, 2 3 stars, no 2, and 3 1s, and we are at a 4.63 now. Okay? Let's speed this up. Let's say you had amazing rides. The last 375 rides have been 5s. Okay? So what's the numbers? You have 358 5 stars. Only 3 1s. And you are still on a 4.93. This is why you can't get obsessed with the rating. You can't. When you are above 4.6, believe me, you are doing very, very well. Now, let's say all of a sudden you get hit with a 1. Boom. Notice that now with so many rides, though it hits you hard, it doesn't take such a hard chunk out of you. Let's do it again. A 2 ride, a 4 ride. I'm not suggesting to slack off, but the 1s really drop hard. Okay? Look at this one. This is your driver. Down, 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 1s. Okay? Now 5 does not jump your driver's rating up as quick. This is what the computer sees. You don't see this. No one sees this one up here. You see this. Your rider sees this. Let's keep doing 5s. You're still 4.77. Still. Finally, you had a little hop. Okay? Now let me explain the split here. Okay? The split is after you pass 500, the first rating disappears. Okay? So let's pass that 500 mark. So now we are actually officially reading your last 500 trips, which this is your total, but this is what we're actually calculating. Alright? So for the nerds out there, that means from ride 112 to 611 is what's being rated. And you are in 4.87. And this is what the rider sees. To make it clear, let me show you this example real quick. Clear. Let's clear everything. Alright? And let's say your first 10 rides were 1s. And by some miracle, which would never happen, the next 500 were 5s. Let's go up to 500. Okay? That would bring you to a 4.9. 495 stars and only 10 1 stars. Leaves you at a 4.9. Unbelievable. But now you've hit the 500 mark. So the next ratings are going to start removing the first ones. Alright, let's check it out. 10 5s. And boom. There you go. Your 500. Nobody bats a perfect. And here's your total average out of your 510 rides. This is your total average. You'll see it's always like that, but nobody sees this. Now, if you're a Lyft driver, Lyft has a little bit of a different system. They split you off of the last 100 rides. Let's make that change. Of course, all these are repeating themselves, recounting, as you can see here, 5 times. 5 times they've recounted themselves because we've gone over so many times. So with Lyft, that's clear. Let's say your first 10 rides were 1s, and all of a sudden, by some miracle, your next 100 rides are perfect. They're 5s. Alright? Boom. 4.6. So that means the next rides are going to start removing the first 10 that you see here. They just start eliminating it. So of course 5, 5, 5. If you look over here, you see on the actual, the 1 stars are disappearing and the 5 stars are going up. You can tell by this bar here how high it is and how low these are. And this is just total from all the drives. Nowhere in the app or in the program do you see this. This is just for technical purposes for the demonstration I'm giving you here. And eventually, once again, you are back up to 5.0, which is an unbelievable number. If you are above 4.6, trust me when I tell you you're doing excellent. Alright, let's get realistic here. Let's do some real rides. Let's be real. We always usually start pretty good. We'll have a 4 here. We do pretty good. Alright, you have a drunk passenger. Alright, now you start worrying. But don't worry. It's just the first few rides. Let's do these numbers a little bit realistic. People tend to get a lot of 4s in the college areas. There we go. We're at 60 rides, 65 rides, doing a bunch of 5s. Oh, you got a 2, 2 2s. That really hit you hard. Don't worry, keep going, doing some 5s. Let's do this as Uber. So let's do 500 is the split, so it doesn't start deleting. 5s. We're doing 5s. Oh, you got hit with a 1. But since you've done enough rides, the 1 didn't hurt you bad. It went down, but you're not in the probation part. See? Oops. Hey, that's error appeared. My bad. I apologize. 5. Now you start doing real good. Start giving out candies, water. You're not obligated to. And there's the numbers. So the sad part is that your averages, as you can tell, it really does take a lot of good ratings for it to come back up. This is why you'll drive and drive and drive and you wonder, what am I doing wrong? No, you're not doing anything wrong. You just don't see these little average numbers here. You're going to keep seeing this one not change. This is what you see on your driver app right here. This is what your rider sees. Okay? So it does take a lot of good drives for it to go up. It doesn't take much for it to drop. That's right here. We have 95 rides. 76 of it is 5 stars. We're at 4.7. So let's demonstrate one more time. We're going to do a 1 star. 1 stars. 3 1 stars added to your first rides have already put you in the probation period. And your total average here. See? So it doesn't take many low ratings to drop you. That's why when you get hit with one low rating, you see the change really fast. Like here we have 95 rides. Let's say with 3s, you see the number drop. With 4, you see the number drop. Of course with a 1, drops really hard. But now with 5s, let's go back up. Pretty slow. So I hope you enjoyed my demonstration here, and I really want you to understand that you don't have to worry so much. Just keep doing a good job, treat the rider right, and don't worry so much about your numbers. Now, if this is what you keep getting, then the reality is you got to face the facts and take the feedback. Either you're saying raunchy jokes, you're hitting on your passengers. Don't do that. Whatever it is, that is true feedback. But if you're just hovering between 4.6 and 4.9, you're pretty average. You're doing pretty well. Remember, it doesn't take much for it to drop pretty hard. 1.1 drops pretty tough, and that is with 95 rides here. So thank you for watching. I hope you got a lesson out of it, and I hope you realize don't break your head so hard with these ratings. It's not as bad, and you will notice they do drop fast and they do go up slowly. But it's a good system. It's not the best, but it's way better than having nothing. It's good accountability. Some people will argue the rider doesn't know well as well. You know, we'll teach them. When time goes by, someone somewhere will come up with an idea to have the rider understand. Thank you, and thank you for watching.